time out of your day to join us. You're here listening to Chisme y Chords, where faith, music, and real conversations connect. I am your host, Mercedes Renee, and today we have the honor of having Los Crudos with us. We have Mr. Jesse Yeoman Garcia, and we have Mario Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us today. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. We're doing good. Just got out of work. Actually, I just finished doing a little. They hired me to sing at a rosary a little while ago. So, and Jesse just got off of work, so he hurried over here.
Oh my goodness. I can imagine. I can imagine the traffic and everything is crazy
Yeah,
at this hour.
yeah, we got to
Yeah.
deal with the San Antonio traffic, and it gets pretty rough.
Oh my gosh. I can imagine. So tell me what has been going on in the life of you guys with Los Crudos, and then tell me what's been going on in the life of the Desperados, because I know that Mr. Jesse has been with the Desperados for like 35 plus years as a bass player, and you're from San Angelo. And then Mario, you've been with the Desperados for a couple of years now as one of the singers. So tell me what's been going on with you guys.
Well, it's been going pretty good. Jesse actually started this band called Los Crudos.
Mhm.
So on our off with Los Desperados, he plays during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It all depends when we're off. But he started. There's a country version and there's a Tejano country version, which is with him and I. So he'll hire me to sing and play bajo sexto. He plays his bass and does the harmonies and sings as well. We hire other artists that are off throughout the week too, or they're off on the weekends, like Mr. Randy Gonzalez on the keyboards. He's David Farias keyboard player. Joel Vasquez, which is Ram Herrera's accordion player. Mike Hernandez, a good friend of ours from Seguin, Texas. But so when we're off on say like we're off on a Friday, Jesse picks up gigs on the side, and we've tried it a few times, and people really the feedback is pretty good.
We
That's
kind of deal with,
amazing.
yeah, we kind of just play a little bit of all the all the artists that we've heard throughout our years and played with. We play some of their hits, and I mean, it's music that other artists play, and they've recorded, and we just imitate it, and it sounds good. I mean,
Oh,
especially when you work with a bunch of professional musicians, it comes real easy.
oh, I love that for you guys, especially being in the industry for so many years and so long. I can only imagine that you guys' sound is so crisp and so clean and so great that it just flows naturally. And I'm sure that the audience and the listeners and everybody like appreciates that. And I just love that for you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's the like I said, that's the fun part about it because you're looking at all these musicians, top notch musicians. Jesse being the bass player for Decibels for what 35 plus
Something
40.
like that. I don't know.
He lost count. He lost count last
I
year.
didn't have gray hair, so that's not fun.
They call him the ZZ Top of the Tejano music. So, but yeah,
Well, it looks good
it's
on you,
fun.
Mr. Jesse.
Thank you. Thank
You're
Hey,
welcome. You're
hey,
welcome.
he's taking. He's mine.
Come on, come on.
But no, the fun thing about it is you have these great musicians that we work with, and it's crazy. You have the crowd like screaming, and they're like, "Play a Maz song," and I say, "Okay, guys, you ready?" And we all, "Hey
you.
guys, play something from Marcos Orozco." Boom. Hey guys, play something from La Mafia. Boom. You know what I mean? It's just we were all raised into playing all that music. Keeping up with music,
Right.
music from Frontera, they asked for Frontera, just different Solido, and it's just we play it. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard, but at the same time, it's a blessing to have musicians like that because it's very rare to call out a song and they won't say, "Oh, I don't know it." You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
the way my mentality as being raised was. My dad will always tell me, write it down if you don't know it and learn it. So next week, when these people go see you, they at least appreciate that you tried playing the song. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
that's what we do. But most of the time, we know the song, and it's been fun. It's a fun gig. For the first time, I think it was last month. We did one of the shows here in San Antonio, and
And we've done a few other
uh huh.
shows before then. Um, we've had other artists that have set in with us, and they're also phenomenal musicians. Um, just like Mario. Mario's one of those talented musicians that can pick up any instrument and play it. Um, when Mario, when we got together with Mario, um, we realized that me and him harmonize so good. It's like it's like he looks at me and he goes, "Okay, we're gonna do this," and he goes, "Okay, I got the highs or I got the lows," or or vice versa,
Vice versa.
and
Mhm.
we just harmonize so good. So just in harmonies themselves makes the song a whole lot better, a whole lot easier.
Especially with the other guys that play with, like Randy. Randy does
Randy too.
harmonies, so it's like we look at each other and, oh, you want to take this song? Oh, you take it. You sing that part, and it's like we all know what we're doing, and we all know how to harmonize. So it's a beautiful thing, and then we all take turns singing. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
fun part. You know, it's not about one person; it's about the whole band. Just and it's crazy. Like the feedback, even the musicians are like, dude, we haven't had fun in a long time, because sometimes it becomes a job. You know what I mean?
It is a job, yeah.
You go, and it's just you have to play what you have to play because that's the band. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Here it's whatever the people want to call out or a dedication, we play it on the spot. You know, that's a whole different ball game, and it's like it's a fun thing. It's very fun, and we enjoy it.
I love that for you guys. I've had the pleasure of seeing you guys perform live, and I love the vibe that you guys have, and I love the camaraderie and the brotherhood and everything that you guys have together. And I can just see that on stage that you guys have so much fun, and that you guys have like how do you like it's just family oriented. I can just see that it's just the love that you guys have for each other and that it's so easy. Like it's just so flawless and so effortless that it's just so nice to see. And your voices all mesh together and it goes so well together that it's beautiful. It's so beautiful to see and watch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That it makes it so much easier when you got phenomenal musicians working with you. All these other guys, we've known each other for years. Being in the Tejano industry, we've known each other, we've talked to each other, and there's there's a lot of respect between the musicians because we know how good he is, we know how good he sings, we know how good he plays,
Yeah.
and vice versa. And so when we all got together and started playing together, they were like, "Whoa!"
No
It's like
practice.
it's no practice.
There
We don't
was
practice.
no
We
practice.
just call out a song. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've never played it, but yeah,
That's
I
what
heard it.
even the wives, the girlfriends, the friends that went along, they're like, wow, like for y'all to just on the spot, no practice. It's like Randy lives in Corpus, so he got there like an hour and a half before the gig. You know, Joel got there an hour before, and it's like everything just meshes through. You know what I mean? And that's the fun part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not, oh, you messed up, and I look at you and like with the angry faces. No, I look at you and like, dang, we should have practiced more. Like, because each of us just practiced at our own house. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it's a good mesh of great musicians that have the talent. You know, it's a blessing to have that talent. Jesse's a phenomenal harmonizer too,
I
man.
hear
His
it. I
thirds,
hear
his
it.
high thirds,
Mhm.
it's like you have to have some good lungs to do that. I tell them I need to smoke a cigarette before I sing.
Let me tell you,
That's
Jesse,
the
I
way.
tell him that he needs to stop smoking. I keep telling him that he needs to stop. Like, it's
All
not
the time.
good.
But he doesn't smoke. He doesn't smoke that much. He maybe one cigarette before the
That's
gig, and
and
maybe
that's
one
really
after.
that's what calms me down. Like and a lot of people tell me like, wow, like it doesn't affect you. I go, thank God, like it hasn't. You know what I mean? But
But he doesn't drink either. So
I don't drink either. So
very, very.
yeah, on occasions.
Maybe a
On
birthday
occasions,
or
then
somebody's
you
birthday
can't
or
stop me
something.
there. Just kidding. But no, that's always been mine. Like on the weekends, that yes, I do smoke, and I know that's bad. You know what I mean? But I actually quit 3 days ago because I ran out.
Whatever. So Cornelio Valdez says, Los crudos saludos. And then he says, Los Desperados, Mayito. Michael Ibarra says, y'all put on an awesome show. I've seen y'all more than 4 times, 100%. Roxanne Ruiz says, hello from Houston.
Saludos. Thank you
Saludos,
so
thank
much
you.
for those comments. We appreciate all the love and support. You know what I mean? Desperados have been around for so many years. I actually, the way I came in was if Jesse was on vacation, because he takes his vacations every year. I fill in his spot
I
on
don't know what I'm
bass.
gonna do this year because now he's part of the band, so it's like
So I would cover the bass and sing his harmonies. So then the drummer had surgery on his foot, so I covered for him. But
on the
now,
drums.
you know, it was unfortunately that the lead singer Livia Real had 2 surgeries, and they
Yeah,
kind
three
of
surgeries. Yeah,
it kind of didn't go too well. You know what I mean? So he's trying to recover, but at the same time not forcing
Yeah.
himself, you know, to sing. So that's when I came in, and they asked me to stay because I was just helping at the time. But man, it's been a blessing. You know, I've been through a tragic kind of surgery that I went through back in October, which I'm very blessed that I am doing better. And if it wasn't for these guys either, you know what I mean? Both parties, you know what I mean? We've been blessed from going to, it was like 4 gigs a month to like 10, 11 gigs a month. And it's been steady
Yes,
you
every
know,
weekend.
but it's because, you know, we try our best to please the people now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Before it was like, okay, we're only going to play this song. No, it's more of what the people want to hear. And we've been doing that as much as we can. And it's been working, and we've been very blessed to be working a lot. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. That was our first weekend out of since I joined the band that we were off. So everybody went their own way. Everybody went to Port A. Everybody went fishing. Jesse did his stuff. It feels good to be blessed like that. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
Man, we all, you know, we thank the fans. You know, Michael. If I'm not mistaken, Roxanne,
Ibarra.
right?
Yeah.
Roxanne.
Michael
Roxanne.
Ibarra,
Mhm.
Roxanne. Who was the other person? It's because we can't see the comments either.
No,
I'm
Roxanne
sorry.
and then Michael. Mhm.
Okay. And thank you so much. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can see y'all and actually, you know, say hello to y'all in person. You know, I know sometimes I'm the type of person that I leave as soon as because I'm always up early in the morning. You know, we're always working early. So we try our best to say hello to as many people as we can. But that's the person I've always been. You know what I mean? I get up once I finish playing and I take off. You know, only for that reason. But no, we're very thankful and blessed that we have all those fans that to this day support Los Desperados also. You know what I mean? And you can see Los Crudos, you know, once in a while here and there here in San Antonio. You know, Jesse, like I said, has the crew, right?
Yeah, yeah, Los on it's the country version.
The
So
country version called the
I
crew.
I I have a country band, and we work Tuesday through Sunday whenever Desperados. Even sometimes Desperados play at night. I have some early gigs, private parties or whatever.
No.
But
Yeah.
with country music, yeah, it's pretty basic. I met a lot of country artists that I probably would have never met before until I got into that industry. Um, but I mean, with Los Crudos, it's um, just dealing with the thing is, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun playing other people's music. Besides, I've been playing Desperados for over 35, 40 years probably. And so that's all I've played in Tejano was Desperado music. I recorded every album, every CD with them. Sang every harmony, sang every song with them, and so it's good to play other artists' music
Yeah.
and
That's a
deal with how they recorded it. So yeah, it's fun, and that's where when me and Mario got together and said, hey man, well let's do this little project, man, and it's fun to do with with good musicians, of course, with the guys that we have, because they like to do it as well. They're like, oh yeah, man, shoot, I get tired of playing, so many of my artists, musicians, I mean, songs, and my artists' songs. So it's good to play other stuff. And they'll even want to go. They go, "Hey man, let's play Desperados." No, 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 no,
No, no,
no.
no. That's an
I play that every weekend, man. So let's play somebody else.
we actually had a gig. One of our first gigs as Los Crudos in Pearsall for
Yeah.
Romeo Gutierrez and Yapi,
Yeah.
good friends of ours from Pearsall, Texas. So they hired us, and it's like, oh, let me call this guy, let me call this guy. And we had actually Santiago Garza. I don't know if you had him on the podcast, yes. Well, Santiago's conjunto music. And it's like, and then we have his good friend on the drums. We call him Haas. I don't know his real name.
It's, Dennis Vasquez.
Dennis Vasquez. We call him Haas.
Yeah, Haas.
So, so we have a conjunto guy, and it's just like he's the same thing. The people are just like, how do y'all do that? Like just
like,
mesh together, and y'all sound like y'all been together for a long time. It's like it's your chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially when you have the camaraderie, the friendship. You know what I mean? Some people just do it as business, like, oh, hey Jess, and just walk away. You know what I mean? Us is like laughing. Oh, let's have a beer together. Hey, let's do this. Hey, and it's just fun. You know what I mean? That's the good part of that.
With Santiago también, he's very talented. Another very
too
talented.
much. He needs to rub off on me more.
No, he has
He's
a
very
great,
talented.
great. He's great.
Oh, I
Me,
enjoyed playing his music, and like I've never played his music in my life, and we kind of just vibed and played, and it was like, oh shit, you played. I said, dude, I never heard this song, man, but I think this is how it goes, and no, he's one very very talented musician.
Very much.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, he's very, very, very
yeah,
talented. Yeah, we had him on, and
yeah,
he's great.
he's amazing. Me and we go way back. I think we were in our 14, 13 years old when we first met, and then I was the bass player for Marcos for almost 16 years, Marcos Orozco. So he was the accordion player for a while till he finally stepped out and said, you know what, I'm gonna do what I love. And ever since he got out, and it's just like I've always told him, your heart is in conjunto, not tejano. You know what I mean? And he's not just a man; he's a beast at what he does. You know what I mean? He is so talented. Even him after his accident with his finger, it's
Yeah.
like never gave up, hustled, hustled, hustled. And I think in Pearsall, he told Jesse too. He goes, "Dude, I'm doing it with half of, because I got, it was a misfortune that I got amputated my pinky toe. So we're like, we can make a band together. Jesse was limping that day, and then I have a missing pinky toe. He has like we can make a whole musician out of all of us. You know what I mean? It's just that's the fun. When you make it fun, and doesn't matter what we go through. It's just like you keep on and just smile about it.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of people, man, we are so blessed that even if we have bad health or whatever it is, we're still alive, man. There's people that don't have that blessing. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
I do. All too well.
So
well.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
but yes, it's amazing, like what we go through as musicians, because that's one thing a lot of fans don't understand, that the road life, as much as we love it, the road life, it's no fun. It's not fun. We and it's actually from when we leave our house,
It's a
between getting to the event. That's the messed up part, the sucky part, that you're uncomfortable.
Once you're on stage, it's
a different story.
Goes away, man. You're entertaining. You're
you're doing what you
love, and that's what we've been doing. The majority of our lives, and that's what. But then it finishes. Well, we still got a 5-hour, 6-hour drive home. From 3 o'clock in the morning, we don't get home till 8 o'clock in the morning here to San Antonio if we're leaving Fort Worth or Dallas. The same thing with Houston. The club closes at 2 o'clock. Well, we don't. By the time we pack up, it's already 3. So, yeah, we're the the bus doesn't get us here fast. I think it does maybe 75 at the most. So
unless I drive. Then everybody's awake and they look at the speedometer like, hey, watch it, Mario.
Slow down, man. We're trying to sleep. But yeah, it's and then it's an all day event. So when we leave, we have to go on the road. It's from the time we get up, pack up our stuff, get in a van, because we still have a 4 to 5 hour travel or more than
So
that
just imagine
to
10
get there.
hours
And
back
then
and forth.
we're staying there until we get sound check, we get everything ready, get dressed, get up on stage, get something to eat. We finish all that, and then pack up our equipment or whatever we have back into the truck, change our clothes, stop for fuel, get us something to eat, and there we are on the road again. We half the time we meet some other musicians at the
Buckets.
Bucky's or Water Burgers or wherever we stop. They're like, hey, because they're in the same situation. They all, they stop and get something to eat or get something to drink, and we're traveling late at night. Thank God that a lot of us, Mario as well. Um, we we tend to drive a little bit safer at night, not just because we don't want to fall asleep. It's just you got to watch out for the other person,
Yeah.
because in the middle of the night, there's a lot of people that are, they're coming from a club. They're going somewhere, coming from a club or something,
Yeah.
and they're flying. It, you know, thank goodness in my whole career we've never been in an accident. We think we've had one accident in our bus, and it was because of a drunk driver hit us. Nothing happened to us because it was the little truck went off the road, but that's the only in 35 38 years that I was with Desperados, the only accident. And thank goodness, we've been at night. That's we're
Yeah.
night owls. We're night
Yeah.
owls,
I can only
and
imagine. I can
the
only
Lord has
imagine.
watched over us throughout those times.
Hmm.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, God is great for sure. Absolutely. Speaking of God, how do you stay spiritually grounded in the music industry?
Well, for myself, it's just I've always been. Uh, I have my own relationship with God, so it's just like anywhere we go, I always pray before we leave. I try to stay focused as much as I can. That I've been very blessed that He's kept us safe and myself. You know what I mean? Yes, I've gone through surgeries, that little back fall I had, but like I've told you, in our conversations, it's just like it's His will.
Yep.
You can't stop it. You can't move out of the way. You're not gonna stop it. You just say thank you no matter what. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's always been like that, and it's like just anything that anybody goes through. Just it's His will. Don't be mad. And that's the way I look at it. I'm not mad at what your work. You know what I mean? Because you still bless me with my job. You still bless me with the guys. You know what I mean? Us constantly working. It's like I said before, we've had like 4 gigs. We have 3 gigs this weekend. We had 2 gigs last weekend. We had the month prior, the last week we had 4 gigs. The week before that, 4 gigs, and it's just constant, constant. You know what I mean? So you have to be, and we do that most of the time. We know we play at a bar, and some of the guys drink, and yeah, but we still find that time to, hey, you know what? Thank you, God, and we say it on the mic. The guy said on the mic, "Thank you, Lord Jesus," or "Can I get an amen?" Keep
Yeah.
everybody safe on the road. You know what I mean? It's a roller coaster for us. We have a lot of good and we have a lot of bad, but you know what? We're blessed out of a lot of bands to. I tell the guys that you should understand that y'all are blessed because you're talking about 35, 40 years together, the same band,
Same
the
musicians, same
same
guys.
musicians. No one's changed. It's three brothers and Jesse, and now myself.
Nat and Mario.
You know what I mean? And it's just been a blessing. And we do that. We'll send each other's text messages. Hey man, it was a blessing, man. Y'all kick, a whatever. I don't know if you can say bad words on here, but
No,
I
you
go way
cannot.
off. Oh, okay. So it was a beep night. So that's the way I see it spiritually. You know what I mean? It's without him, nothing is possible. We all came together, and it's unfortunately the way it happened. because Lee did want to get his voice fixed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just, it's God's will. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's God's will. It's whatever He wanted, and it's crazy because I would tell Jesse, I'm like, you know what? I saw a video with Lee, and the way he was playing before the surgery, and he was like, you can see he had a little bit of doubt in himself, but the way he plays now, like we're like, can we lower the bajo sexto because he's loud, but he's just like Jimi Hendrix, just playing,
Mhm.
and the crazy thing is the smile and the happiness we all show on stage.
Yeah.
That was, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I didn't see that before. I didn't see it. It was like you weren't having fun. I look to my left and it's Jesse, and Jesse's like laughing up because either I messed up or he messed up, and it's like, but people don't notice that. But we, as professional musicians, we're like, okay, you get the high, I get the low, or we'll do them together, and it's like, no, okay, you get the high.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like we go back to that, like it's God. God put us together. I
Absolutely.
never knew after my man. I've been playing since I was 14. I'm 29. I mean, oh no, 43. I'm 43 years old, but I've been blessed in playing with the best of the best in this industry. The best as one of the big norteño bands in the whole genre of norteño. I was very blessed, and people tell me, "Man, you're so lucky." No, brother, it's a bless. I was blessed. You know what I mean? You have to be humbled and understand that it's His will, not ours.
Absolutely. God has had our life planned out before we were even born. So yeah, you're just completely absolutely right with that. For sure, for
And
sure.
that was something I learned when I joined Duelo. So Duelo is one of the biggest norteño bands, and for the
Hmm.
singer, tell me because they sent me 52 songs in 2 weeks, and it's like wow, like I was getting to the point headaches, staying up to like 5 in the morning, then going to sleep, then going to work, coming out of work, and then going over the songs again. And it was to the point where I gave up. I said, God, I leave it to you. I can't no more. My head hurts. Like I was getting migraines. And then for the singer, the second show to tell me, you know what, man? He goes, you were put here for a reason, and it was God. He goes because you have thousands and thousands of bajo sexual players that are willing to play with us because in the stature we're in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's either them or Intocable or Ramon Ayala. Those are the biggest in that genre. You know what I mean? And for them to call me that was God, not luck. You know what I mean? And it's exactly the words He told me. And I was very blessed. Like I tell everybody, it's not luck, man. There's no luck in this industry, man.
At all.
We all either we work or we don't. We
Hmm.
have been blessed. We stopped one weekend, and I don't think we even stopped because that's when Rudy called us and said, "Y'all want to play?"
Yeah.
So we at least did one show, but we were supposed to be off. And you know what I mean? That's God's work. You know what I mean? I know I
That's
ramble a lot.
absolutely. No, you're not. You're good. Hey, that's what the podcast is for. It's for us to listen. We want to listen to what you have to say. We want to listen to the stories. We want to listen to who you've played with before and all the God knowledge and the God drops. And when you say you've played with one of the biggest bands, like that's a God drop. Like God dropped that for you. And when you guys are playing together with Los Crudos, that's a God drop. Like y'all are doing that for purpose, and y'all, you've been playing for the Desperados for over 35 years, Mr. Jesse. That's a God drop. Like I feel like those moments are such blessings that God is just watching over you guys. And I love that the Desperados have been together and they're the actual band that's been together because you don't see that often. You always see like bands that are picked apart. Like the drummer is not the same, the bass player is not the same, the or accordion player is not the same. Like it's always being swapped out. So I love that the Desperados are still the same.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're like brothers. I mean, we were very young back then, So we were all the same age at that point, and we're still at the same age. We're just a little older now, but
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, we're all just a little older now. We're in our 30s now, but no.
Hey, listen, I'm seasoned too, so it is okay. We're
Yeah.
all seasoned, and that is okay.
Yeah, so Lee just celebrated his birthday, and then
Mike.
Mike celebrated his birthday, and then PJ celebrated his birthday, and yeah, we're all, some of us are in their 50s, some of us are in their 60s.
That's my waistline.
But we've we've been friends and musicians since 80, 87, 88, 1988, when I moved down here to San Antonio, and I met up with these guys, with Los Desperados. We just hit it off, and we've been at it ever since then. Um, very, very rare that you do see another band that has the same musicians throughout their entirety. Um, Few of them that I can say, yeah, maybe David Lee Garza, because David Lee's had pretty
Yep.
much the same musicians. Um, Palominos,
Mhm.
Palominos, they
Yep.
had
Yep.
their same musicians. Um, Other than that, I
It's
mean,
few.
very, very
Yeah.
little that
Yeah.
had their same. And with us, with Los Desperados, uh, we've been together so long that um, we don't even, uh, man, we could just look at each other and we know what we're thinking. You know, uh, it's these guys are, so I don't know if you met them, but these guys are super funny. I mean, they're always cracking. Lee is always cracking jokes. PJ's the jokester big time. The drummer PJ. These guys crack jokes, and so we're constantly laughing. Sometimes we're on stage, and somebody says something, and while we're playing, and we bust out laughing, and but that's just us being together for so long. It's a friendship. It's a friendship. We've never had arguments with each other. Um, we may disagree. Hey man, no, that chord doesn't go there. Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. But we may disagree on a few stuff, but for the majority of the most of it, we never have had any arguments or anything. Um, we're like brothers, when we agree on something. Um,
Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, sorry guys. I'm all like, I'm sorry, I truly am.
32 minutes late, lady.
Dude, I had to,
yeah,
I work late to go to the shop. She's calling me, Apurale, hurry your butts. And I'm like, I'm
Oh my
washing. Hurry.
God.
yeah.
I'm so
Anyway, go
sorry,
ahead and
but
go
okay.
ahead and continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, no. I mean, these guys, we all agree. If we all agree, good. If we don't agree, then it's okay. Well, we don't have to do it. We don't do it.
Yeah.
It's always been a team. It's always been a band effort. Either we agree or we don't agree with it,
Yeah.
or agree with whatever decision somebody has said, or a lot of it is when we're recording, and we haven't recorded in a while. We're still playing the songs that we recorded back in the day. There's a few songs that we still have that never been out yet, and Mario's working on mastering those tapes, those reels, and getting those songs to release something new. So
Oh, that's
uh,
exciting.
yeah, we've I mean, there's a lot of songs that never been we've recorded, and just we never
Release
because
them.
we never released them. There was uh, we already had enough for that CD, and we didn't put it. Okay, well, let's save it. Let's save it. And so I don't know.
Wow, that would be amazing. I am sure the Desperados fans are going to go crazy for that because they love you guys so much, um, that they're gonna be so excited and so like immersed in the new music that they're just going to be like so crazy and they're going to be like, oh my God, there's new stuff. Not that they don't like your old stuff, but they're going to be so excited for new stuff.
all we have right now are the classics, man.
You're right, exactly. But they love your classics. Like,
Back to the 1990 or what is it? But I love the music. I'm always on the dance floor, so
she
I
is,
think
she is.
the last song we recorded was the one Mike wrote and I produced, Mi Vida Sin Ti.
Yeah.
And that did really well because a lot of fans were asking for that. Right now, I'm in the works because I want to do a live album for them. So,
Oh,
God willing, if we plan the place and everything, I've been talking to some people that are willing to invest in something like that because it does take a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's
for sure.
that's one thing. A lot of these artists go with record labels to have a free album, but never get pushed the way you're supposed to. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's why we try to do everything on our own. And that's something we would love to do with the fans is give them a live album. So we're looking for some venues and seeing what's good because we want to do something more elegant. So it's going to be Desperados live, but more like not much of a bar look. You know what I mean? Like a salon. I don't know if you've seen like when they would do the dances at the event center and all that stuff. Where it's more like you know what I mean. You have your space to dance and nobody's in the
real
way.
classy.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, give that 110% show that we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, hopefully we get that going. Maybe
that would
for
be.
my birthday next year or something.
Yeah, we just celebrated his birthday a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
Again,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
he turned 33 again.
he wishes he turned 33. So we're gonna
43.
play Estoy Adicto. Tell us about that song.
Which one?
Estoy adicto.
Yeah.
Estoy Adicto. That's
Hmm.
on the Calm Before the Storm album.
Yeah. Tell us about that song.
Uh, Honestly, that one I did not record. I'm
Okay.
not familiar with, you know what I mean? If you can play the Mi Vida Sin Ti, I think it's on that one. Do you have it there?
I downloaded. Hold on.
Ah,
Wait, I did that one and I did El Carrito de Tomás.
that's a cumbia that a lot of people love, and we started playing that again. And that people just freak out like, wow, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Oh, I haven't heard ¿Qué te pasó? I haven't heard, we were like every weekend we try to pull out some old hits because that's what, a lot of people, man, I remember that song back in Tejano, Texas,
Yep.
or they were known for Cool Arrows. I don't know if you ever heard of the club called, it used to be, it's Beer Depot now. But that place
Yeah.
was a popping place back in the days when Desperados played there. Oh, it was a party till 2:30 in the morning with in Paz Descanse, Mr. Chris, that was the owner. You know what I mean? But yeah, Carrito Tomas it's an amazing cumbia, and yeah, you can go ahead and play that since you don't have Mi Vida Sin Ti. So, um,
Listen here.
Since you downloaded the wrong one,
I
ma'am.
know. I asked you earlier, what music do you want me to play? And you said, play anything. So I went and downloaded anything. This is your
uh,
fault.
all
So here
right,
we
go
go.
ahead.
Put it on blast.
Here we go. This is your fault. Here we go. Wait. Oh my God.
Chisme and Chords. Here we go with
Yes, Chisme.
Carrito Tomás. Solamente éxitos. Are you playing it?
Wait.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know why it's not playing. Great.
Mejor I'll sing it, no?
We got the box.
Yes, please. Sing what you want to sing because it's not playing.
Carrito de Tomás.
Sing me what you want to sing because it's not playing.
Eh,
Oh my God.
Qué
Why is
bonito corre el carrito de Tomás, qué bonito corre el carrito de Tomás, camina para adelante, camina para atrás, camina para adelante, camina para atrás, con ese carrito voy a donde quiera, Con ese carrito voy a donde quiera. Fue a Monterrey, fue a la frontera. Fue a Monterrey, fue a la frontera.
Oh,
Tan, tan.
okay, now sing me the
Oh, that's even
please
better.
sing me the song you wanted me to play.
Oh, Mike wrote that one. I don't remember that one. I just produced it.
Then why did
Yeah,
you want me to play the song?
Mike Varial wrote
Mi vida sin ti.
Mi Vida. He wrote a lot of the Desperado songs. Um, we produced a lot of them on our own, and then we've also had Mario produce some of those songs, and that's why Mario was he was he was like part of the band because he would produce some of the songs. Hey, we call him over to the ranch, and we go to Mike's house, and then hey man, well we got these words, we got this kind of melody, how, what do you think could work on it? And then we stay there, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then we come out with a song. At the end of the night, we come out with a song, and Mario would help us with that. And then come into the studio, of course, he'd take care of all that stuff.
It's crazy the way Mi Vida Sin Ti came out. Mike had 3 different spiral notebooks with words here and there, and I said, okay, read this. Okay, this is okay. We're gonna cut from this one. We're gonna put it over here. We're gonna cut from this one. We're gonna move this part of the song to the bottom, and it came out like that out of 3 spiral notebooks. It's just
So
it was cool, man.
so Mike Burriell, and so a lot of the songs, which is the cop song,
El amor que se oye.
El Amor que Soñé. It's one that yeah. So he would write these songs. He would write these songs, but like he would just write the song itself, not have no melody, not have no music to it or nothing. He roll them up, and he stuff them down a shotgun shaft. So he had this shotgun that he would keep in his closet, or yeah, he would. I think it was in his closet, or he had it hanging. It was a shotgun that his grandfather gave him. I think it was his grandfather, and he would stuff them down the shaft of this shotgun, and then he would every now and then he'd go to the shotgun and he'd pull out this piece of paper. He goes, "Well, I wrote this. I don't know. I wrote this a few years ago, or whatever. Let's see what we can." And he goes, you go back in his memory. He goes, "Okay, well, I kind of wrote it like this," and the cough song came up like that. But
Wow.
he would have all these little songs, a little something about Mike. Yeah, he would have all these little piece of paper. I mean, you're talking about a little index paper like this. He'd just write a bunch of words. He roll them up and he stick it down into the shaft of a shotgun.
That
He
is
wouldn't use the shotgun. The shotgun was just there, right? Because
yeah.
I think I want to say his grandpa gave him that shotgun, and he would just have it there. But he would write these songs, and a lot of those songs were songs that came out of that shotgun. He still has some songs in those shotguns he still he'll pull them out, and he'll brain through them, and I'll add this. He rolls it up, puts it back in there. I'll come back to it later.
I
So
love that story so much, because as a songwriter, I write music as well. And I love that story so much because I will be somewhere and something will come to me and I'll write it on a napkin or on something. I'll tell somebody, give me something, and I'll write it down and I'll have it somewhere. And then I will like find little pieces of paper and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is lyrics. And I'll have to put it somewhere because it's random. I'll just like, give me a napkin, give me a piece of paper, give me something. It could be a coaster, and I'll be writing
Yeah,
on a coaster. So I
yeah.
love that story so much. That is
Now,
amazing. That
now,
is
my
amazing.
Al, he's written all the
The majority.
majority of the songs for Los Desperados, and that's a little something that I don't know if he's ever mentioned it, but,
But we know now.
You know now.
I love that. I
but
love
yeah.
it.
So
Okay, so
nobody can get his hits from his shotgun because
oh
or else
my
he's
God,
got
y'all
another
should make a
shotgun
song.
there. He's
Y'all
got
should
another
make a
shotgun
song
there
about it.
loaded.
Y'all should make a song,
Yeah,
a
that would be
shotgun,
neat. Write a
shotgun
song about
song,
it. Yeah.
like shotgun songs from a shotgun or something. That would be amazing. So we're gonna play a little game of this and that, this or that. So I'm gonna just shout out some questions, and you have to choose between the
Did,
two.
did, did you say you were gonna play Carito Tomas? Oh, we're gonna play a game. Okay, okay.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna try it again. You with your mouth over there. It's not. I don't know why they're not playing. They always play.
Okay, let's play your game real quick.
I
Or we
guess.
could do truth or dare. You can dare us
Get
all anything you want.
no,
No,
no. No.
Spin
This isn't
the
that kind of
bottle.
the bottle.
podcast, Mario.
Oh
This isn't
man.
that kind of podcast, Mario. No, we are a Christian podcast.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to choose between the two and no 50-50. I don't want no 50-50. And you both have to
Okay.
answer the questions.
No.
Okay, so accordion or bajo sexo? Which one hits your soul first?
Which one? What?
Hit your soul first.
Oh, the accordion always. That's the main melody right there.
Jesse?
the Bajo.
Perfect.
I'm more of a Bajo guy.
Okay. George Strait Country or Ramon Ayala Accordion Classic? Which one sets the mood?
That's hard because that's hard
Would you,
because
Both
they're both a king in their own
legends.
genre.
Yeah.
no
Both
50
legends.
You gotta pick
You got to
one.
pick
Now,
one.
if you would say Garth Brooks or George Strait, it's always going to be King George.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that
You're,
though.
you're, but you're,
I didn't say that though. Pick one.
okay, say the question again.
Ay, Chihuahua.
It's Ramon Ayala or George Strait. Which do you prefer? Like that.
Ramon Ayala,
Ayala.
because I was raised with
On
Ramon
his
Ayala.
music, yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of being raised for Mario, did he mention his little story that Barbie told me one time at Beer Depot where she's or no?
I don't know what's the. He got scared. Oh, did you see that? Mario got scared.
It was just this la cara se.
I know he was like,
No,
oh,
no, I know Barbie.
Sweetheart.
She's my mom. Yeah, she's my mom's one of my. She knows my mom. My mom would sell at the flea market, and that's where they met her. And she would always
5 years old.
She met me when I was with Marcos Orozco. I was with Marcos for almost 16 years as the bass player and the musical director there. And that's where she met me. And she was always like, Mijo, how's your mom? And she's still at the flea market. Like, and when I found out she was in the hospital, we really prayed for her. And that's why that day at Beer Depot is like, man, I would say it on the mic. Thank you, Jesus. I'm seeing Barbie in front of us and she's healed. And like, I have no shame in that. Like, I love the work God does. You know what I mean? And I was praising him because yes, it's a blessing to see Barbie there. If you don't see Barbie either tequilas or Beer Depot, it's like something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Like,
She's been around Tejano music, conjunto music for
Decades.
years.
Yeah.
Seen her for years. And we always see her. She's like, hi, mijos.
oh,
You know, so it's always nice to see her.
oh, I love that.
my exes used to get jealous at her because she would come up to me like, I go, I love older ladies. Come on. But no, she's a sweetheart, and I thank God that she came out well. Like, she's doing better, and she's a great supporter. Like, always been a supporter.
You can tell, yeah.
Even though she's always moving her phone left or right, like she can't control her hand. It's like, I love that about her because it's like, normal people are gonna be like, stay still now. She's like, woo, like all over the place. You enjoy the video, but you get dizzy at the same time.
Yeah.
But she's a sweetheart, and I thank God that she's doing well. Yes.
Oh
Third
my
question.
gosh.
Sorry, let's finish your game. I'm sorry.
I'm like, you're gonna have to answer to God when you're making Pobrecita. Okay, if you could bring back one legendary Tejano concert for one night only, would it be Selena at the Houston Astrodome or Emilio in his prime?
Emilio.
Ooh. Okay, you can only listen to one artist catalog for the next year, would it be Selena, Emilio, Bobby, Jay, Little Joe, or La Mafia? Who are you
Who's the
picking?
last one?
La
Who's
Mafia.
the last one? La
La
Mafia?
Mafia.
I go
Who are
Mafia.
you picking? La
Mafia.
Mafia? Okay. Accordion or horn section?
According to what?
Horn section. Pupito. Tick, 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 tick.
Accordion. I've never been a horn section guy. I stick with
How
accordion.
about you, Mr. Jesse?
I'm 43.
I did
Maybe Jesse. Oh,
I did play with a horn section band when I was like 16 years old. I played with Tortilla Factory, and they had a massive horn section. And yeah, I was a kid when I played with them. They had a singer called Charro Negro. He was Charro Negro, and he sang Spanish. Their main hit was Papalote back then.
Papalote.
But Papalote, yeah. And but I was 16 years old at the time, and that's a lot of years, lot of years back then.
So would you pick accordion or horn?
No, now I like both.
now you got to pick one.
You gotta pick one.
I play with accordion.
Oh
I play
man,
with
I
it.
like a good horn section. I love a good horn section. Okay, one dance floor anthem. Would it be Moss or Signal?
Say it again.
One dance floor anthem. Would it be Moss or Signal?
Pass.
Mas.
I'm surprised you didn't say Signal, Mario.
I love Jesse. I mean,
We're good for. You know what? Jesse has written a lot of songs for Desperados too.
he wrote a few songs with us. Yeah.
But
Okay.
Maz, and it's like Jesse will tell you too. These guys looked up to Joe Lopez, Jimmy Gonzalez. You know, they were. You know, you got your politics on both sides, but it's just like together, they were beasts.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
amazing together. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But yeah, you know, and we're all good buddies. But Rosales from Signo, Chato the drummer, you know, Ruben Robles, you know, we're all good friends. You know what I mean? We all, it's like we say, we see each other on the road, and it's like, hey, what's up? You know, and we take pictures together sometimes. But yeah, Mas, I'll say Mas.
Got it.
You?
Same.
Same. Texas barbecue plate or classic fideo and tortillas? What's feeding the studio session?
It all depends who's making the
Barbecue.
video.
I knew I was waiting for somebody to actually say that.
If my mom makes the fideo or whatever, it's always 100% my mom. Because you never go wrong with mama's cooking.
Do that.
And plus, I ain't gonna spend no $200 on barbecue.
Come on.
So, what is it? Barbecue or fideo?
Video.
Barbecue.
I'm taking barbecue.
Just not
Barbecue?
at Buckley's. 'Cause,
I love meat.
yeah.
Okay. Country steel guitar cry or rock distortion riff? Which sound sneaks into your music more often?
Country.
Jesse?
Country or rock riffs.
I play a lot of country, so yeah. I would say
Country?
country. But I also play a lot of rock, so you know it's a
Rockteño.
yeah. But no,
Okay,
country.
I'll give you 150,
I was
Jesse.
I
I'll
was
give you
born
the-
I was born in a ranch. So.
All right, I'll give you 150-50, Jesse. Mario, 50-50, only Jesse.
Okay. My question: Chisme or Chords podcast?
Chisme.
Or
Yes.
Huh?
Arena concert energy or backyard pachanga vibes? Where do you shine brightest?
Backyard parties.
Pachanga.
Backyard?
Backyard parties. But one, because it's you know, yes, we enjoy
You're by
the fans,
yourself. I mean,
but you're in with friends and family, and it's just like your tío wants to sing, but he can't sing worth the, you know what I mean? Like my dad. My dad plays for the church ministry, and it's like, oh my goodness. I think I've told you before, it's like he comes over and it's like, Mijo, this song, how does it go? I'm like, so you're telling me you're coming a week before you haven't practiced the song, but you want to watch your novelas. You know what I mean? He sings horrible. He sings like a bird that just got choked. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But
Don't
he's
be
always been like
nice.
no, it's funny because he tells everybody. Everybody would tell me before, like, your son's talented. Where did he learn? He goes, yo, Romero. So then when they would call him up to play at church, they're like, your son does not play like you. Like your son did not learn from you. But
Oh my gosh. At least he's trying to sing to the Lord. Leave him alone.
you didn't answer my question. So are you gonna call it Chisme podcast or Chords podcast?
Chisme y Chords.
No. You have to pick one. You
No,
didn't even pick.
It's got to go together.
no, because we're
This
chisme.
is our show, definitely.
Oh my God. Cowboy hat or flat brim Tejano cap? What's the signature look?
Cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat.
All right. Last but not least, cumbia groove or ranchera power? Which rhythm feels more like home?
Rancheras.
That took forever. I'm like,
No, say it.
There's when you say rancheras, it's an overall of ranchera, Vicente Fernandez, ranchera Desperado, ranchera Intocable, ranchera. There's a lot.
And then when you say cumbia, man.
When cumbias is just a lot. Period. Celia
Yeah.
Cruz, you know, Mark Anthony.
That's salsa.
No,
Everything
that's salsa. That's not cumbia. No, that's salsa. That's
We
salsa. That's
used to
not
play.
cumbia. Let's
We used
not
to play that song.
have this debate. Let's not have this debate, Mario. That's salsa. That's not cumbia. I'm a salsera. I'm
Yeah,
a
like,
You're gonna have to
salsera.
tell Mark.
Misa will tell you, and that is salsa.
You're gonna have
Let's
to
not
ask
do
Marcos Orozco. That's all he likes. All Marcos Orozco music is from Marco Antonio Solis.
yes, I have
And
to
have
agree.
you have you heard the style Marcos Antonio Solis plays?
Yes, igualmente.
Have you heard Marcos' style? It's a whole different genre, and that's the way we changed it. So we used to play that song from Celia Cruz, but in a cumbia.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, Celia Cruz is not cumbia. It's salsa. If you look her up, she doesn't come in the cumbia section. She comes in the salsa section. You don't want to have a pretty movie.
Okay, so what do you call Palominos recording George Strait hits?
George, what?
George Strait hits. They recorded an album with George Strait, like all George Strait music, in their
Okay.
own style. Huh?
It's a cumbia.
Okay.
Hello?
Well,
And it's a cumbia.
they're
But it's
still
a cumbia
their
in
genre.
English.
They're still their genre. Just because
Exactly.
just because they did other genres, they're still their genre.
So that means so what you're saying is Celia Cruz has salsa, but Marcos and I did it his style. So cumbia what?
No, y'all are still doing cumbia. That doesn't mean Celia Cruz is cumbia.
We're gonna ask the fan: is the cumbia tomato?
Celia Cruz is not cumbia. I will tell you, ask any salsera or any salsero or anybody,
Oh,
and
we
it's not a
I
cumbia.
want to know something. I'm going to cut it off. Rep, how long? What are we growing over here, and how long has it taken you? Your beard.
it's like
No celos.
6 months.
El otro.
Oh,
Look, this is like, come say hi.
Sorry. Is that a birthday?
hold on, it's because
Look, this is my best friend Sarah.
Look
Look,
at how long that is. It's almost as long as my
It was
hair.
down to here.
look everybody.
I
This is
was
my
down
best
there.
friend Sarah.
Hi. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
it was longer. No
Hola.
más que we had nacho stains and all that stuff. So
I like when you flat. I don't know if you like flat. It just when you have it all sleek and straight. I'm like, damn.
that's in the air.
That's a lot of discipline, though, to have a gentleman have. So, how long did you say?
So I've had this for a while. I think since COVID I started it, and then it kind of grew. and I never had a really beard. I mean, if you see any of my albums or in the CDs of
Yeah,
Desperados, I've
I
never
have.
had a beard. Always been clean shaved.
Being shaved up.
Maybe a very little mustache. I didn't even like a mustache. And then during COVID, um, we weren't playing, so I was stuck in my work, my actual day job, my day job. I was in my office. I stayed in my office, didn't visit no customers, so that's when we started doing a lot of Zoom. So I was like, okay, well, I don't even need to shave, and so I started letting it grow, and it
Grew
kind of
on you.
just fit in. I mean, it was kind of bushy at first. It was kind of bushy, and then after I went to my barber and he did it and cut it and trimmed it, and I was like, oh, all right. And then I don't know, people started digging it, and
That's good.
yeah, my wife kept telling me, cut it off, but then now she's like, no, don't cut it, because even when I cut it right here, I just
Yeah,
cut
you
this
could tell
here
that you trimmed it big time.
about I cut it probably about I don't know, probably about 6 months, 4 months ago, um, because it was down to my belly button, and it was just in the way. It's in the way. I put my bass on. It's pulling my beard. It's pulling my beard. I'm outside cutting the grass, and my beard's in my face. You know, it's doing this shit, and it was annoying. And I told my wife, I said, we go out fishing, and my beard's just in my face. And I said, this is annoying. And I would put it in a chongo or something like this, you know, just to keep it out of my face. So I said, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. It's already grown. It's already grown since then, but it kind of just I don't know. Now it's people know me as not as just a desperado bass player. Now it's like it's yeah man. It's yeah man. Oh, it's yeah man. It's
Or
yeah
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah.
easy top of Tejano music.
Yep, that's exactly right.
It suits you
When,
well.
when,
It
when
It
he,
suits
looks good though, Titi.
you saw when he walked in with the sunglasses, like put your glasses on. But it's easy top.
Did it? It's how ZZ Top sound.
it looks good. It suits you well. It suits you well for sure, for sure. What message do you hope listeners receive from you guys' music for both Los Crudos and the Desperado?
A message.
Yeah,
Like
what message do you hope that the listeners receive from your music?
uh, man, just to love each other, man. Music is our therapy. You know what I mean? And that's any genre, even if it's Celia Cruz. You know what I mean? Just the whole simple fact of music, it's our getaway. It's like we were talking about earlier. The only bad thing about it is when we leave to when we get to the event.
Yeah.
That is just
Like,
like we get off and we all look like handicaps because we all come out like, oh, the seatbelt it's hitting me in the back and this and that. But the whole
it's on
thing
the side,
when we get on stage, it's a
that all
therapy.
goes away. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
all.
therapy and it makes us happy. It's like, and that's what we want for the fans. You know what I mean? We know each song, especially when they say, "Oh, I met my husband," or y'all played at our wedding like 30 years ago.
The couple that was there in Dallas this past weekend, we she goes,
It's a quinceañera, right?
yeah, she goes, you played for my quinceañera, and I'm like, what? And then she's naming the like, we're like, oh wow, that was a lot of years ago. I said we were young, and she goes,
Wow.
yeah, we've been following y'all since then. He goes, and so now we're gonna play for their anniversary again, and but we played for her quinceañera. The other couple in I don't remember where we're at. We're in Bryan.
That was a 30-year
the 30-year anniversary, and we played for their wedding
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it goes back to that. It's just we hope they enjoy the show. Like I said, a lot of people don't know the behind the scenes and probably never will. But what we do for y'all, for the fans, for our families, because this is bread for the family also. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that sometimes we get scammed by promoters, get burned by promoters, and we still have to drive those.
We still have to. We
10 hours because it's 5 hours one way, 5 hours back, 2 hours to play. You know what I mean? It's a lot,
And
but
then
we do it.
we
We love
leave
it.
and we're like, he goes, man, that guy's left. That
Hmm.
guy left and left without.
And it's rare, but there's
It's happened.
to all the promoters, radio disc jockeys
Not all promoters
that have supported Desperados and have been upfront and honest and not to take advantage of the situation. Because you have a lot of bad promoters that think they're there. And to me, I've been around that.
Yeah.
I know who to work with and who not to work with. You know what I mean? And it's like it's sad that, hey Mario, don't even call me. Business wise, we'll never work. Friendship, yeah, it's just I know you from here to there, A to B. But to the fans, our family, our wives, our girlfriends, our kids, we're very blessed, and we thank y'all for the love and support. You know what I mean? It's just to y'all, to every podcast that's out there. Uh, which one? Uh, I can't see. I'm too old already. Um, to all the podcasts, y'all that have been, started this, and we wish y'all nothing but success, and we hope,
Thank you.
there's people that will help, how do you call it, sponsoring y'all and getting more stuff that y'all need because it's not easy, and we're very grateful and blessed to be honored for y'all to tell us, that y'all want us on the show. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're just very thankful and blessed because of y'all and the family. You know what I mean? The
For sure.
fans, and we appreciate everything y'all do, and we wish y'all nothing but success and nothing but love and support for you, the fans. And thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Likewise.
Yeah. Likewise, for sure. Like
I,
we,
got, I got a shout out for La Familia Garcia, también from San Angelo, Texas. Um, and Ruben Garza también. Saludos a Ruben Garza out there in Floresville, Texas.
Oh, nice. Nice.
hello, hello from
Hello,
in
hello. Thanks for
Floresville. Nice.
watching.
Also, I want to send a shout out to Mercedes también and Almisa, for y'all. Mercedes too, man. I want y'all to go support her in her GoFundMe. She's a
Yes.
wonderful person I've gotten to know. Y'all know her story. Some of y'all know her story. It's posted on there, and go show your love and support, man. Today, her, and tomorrow, us. I've always said that. And the little you give, please do it at heart. You know what I mean? The most precious thing you can give a person is prayers. So I know
Amen
she's
to that.
fighting the cancer. She's going through the cancer stages and all that. But she, man, guys, I go back to, as long as we wake up, that's all that matters because somebody's going through something. She's a perfect example of having that smile and being happy all the time. And I love you, and I wish you. And I always tell her, we always pray at night, and I tell her, you know what, you're gonna be healed. So to all those that see it on the page, follow her, follow the podcast, Chisme and Chords, Mercedes and Almisa. You know what I mean, and that GoFundMe. Even if you give $1, $2, anything that comes from your heart, show your love and support. Today her, tomorrow us.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. I really don't talk a lot about what goes on in my life, like behind the scenes, just because like I'm a happy, peppy person. So I really don't talk a lot about me and my cancer journey that I'm doing and stuff. So it was like really hard for me to do a GoFundMe. You are actually the one who told me that I need to do a GoFundMe. So I was like, okay, because it's hard as a cancer patient um, to get medications, to get treatments, to get because and stuff because it insurance is so ridiculous. And me and Almisa have this conversation a lot. That I feel like the health industry is so money hungry, and so they,
Hello. Hung up.
they don't
You're probably
support
on the phone.
Connected.
they don't
There you
support
go.
they don't support us, even like diabetics or even just any kind of ailment. I feel like they don't support us. And so when I'm doing treatment or when I'm doing anything. I talk to other cancer patients, and there's times where they can't get treatment or they can't get medications. And I'm at that point right now where I can't get some of my meds and I can't get treatment and stuff because I can't afford it. So that's the part of the GoFundMe. So I'm trying to get some meds and treatments and stuff. And it's hard, and it's hard on my body when you can't get treatments. Almesa knows, and because gets medications for different ailments and stuff, and it's just difficult and it's expensive. It's like tens of thousands of dollars just to get one chemo treatment, and it's just ridiculous. And that's within, and it's ridiculous. But um,
we,
we'll go back
we
to
go back to that
and
we go back to that as in people don't know the behind the scenes.
yeah,
It's like our conversations. It's like, you know what I mean. Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. It's because y'all kind of froze there. I'm like, okay. So the fans don't know what we go through, what you go through, and sometimes I was in that point where it's like I didn't want the help because I didn't need it, but it was like when they told me, bro, your insurance didn't cover nothing for you.
Yeah.
You know, you had to get your pinky amputated. You have bills to pay. I go, I'm good. But it's like, no, you help everybody else. It's time for you to open your heart and let people help you. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with you. It's like we've had our conversations, throughout the week where you're not feeling good, but you're still here doing your podcast for the people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's you know what I mean. You're smiling, y'all when y'all laugh, and it's like, oh wow, I didn't know she was going through that. People won't and don't have to know, but understand that when you do something out of heart like the GoFundMe, it's not to take advantage of people. It's to understand that hey, we all need help. Even us that we have jobs, it's
Yeah.
like there's times that come on, man, hey, well, let's go out to dinner and I'll pay and you pay and any little
Yeah.
thing. So to all the fans out there looking at this live, if you have God in your heart and it's not uh send her money, is if your heart tells you to pray, pray a simple prayer just to praise her spirits. You know what I mean? If you can do $1, if you can do five, if you can do whatever you want, whatever, but do it from the
Yeah,
heart.
absolutely.
Don't feel sorry for her.
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
one thing. Do not feel sorry for her because one, her smile. Look at her smile. She still smiles. My mom would tell me, "You're a big baby when you have a flu," and it's true. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm a little kid, like I live by myself, and it's like, mommy, I gotta go, mommy. Okay, mijo, amigo caldito. Okay, you know. But to y'all both, that we all go through stuff, and it's y'all's turn. Whether it's helping with the podcast, anybody that can help and support this because this is something good for our industry, even if it's Tejano country salsa. You know what I mean? But you're doing it because you love music and you want this to stay
Yeah,
alive. You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Not have envy or anything like that. It's jealousy of anybody. It's just if you're out there and you're looking at this, help each other in any way you can. That's the way we are. You know what I mean? I've always been like that. Like I said, today you, tomorrow us.
Absolutely.
I like that.
And that little love, that little, like they say, that little love offering. You know what I mean? If it's your 10% that from God, it doesn't matter how much it is. Just you know, and I wish nothing but the best for y'all and for you too, Mercedes, for your success in beating this. Because yes, I think if I recall, you said it was 2023 or something like that
No,
when you found out.
2019. Mhm.
29. So look at that, and you're still smiling. You know what I mean? You're still smiling. You still wake up every day. You still got to do your chemotherapy, and you're doing all this stuff, but you're still here doing this for the fans. You know what I mean? That's a huge blessing. I would have been like, oh, I can't do this today because I have a flu. You know what I mean? But thank you and thank the fans, and no matter what, it's God's will.
Amen
At
to
the end of the
that.
day, it's God's will, and we appreciate the time both of y'all gave us. Mercedes, Almisa, Chisme and Cord podcast because you don't only want to pick Chisme. But thank you guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, the fans, the people. It's all over the world, all over the United States. It's fun. It's fun. We love what we do, and we do it for y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you guys play tonight, right?
Yes, at 9:30.
I'll be
Okay.
there a little bit.
Yeah. So I know you guys
Wow,
play.
we went over 30 minutes. What's going on there?
That's when you know it's good.
That's
Yeah,
overtime.
that's when you know we're having a good time. We're having a good conversation. But I want to really thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us and share your insights and just spend time with us. And you guys
Yes.
are so amazing. And I just know that God has his hands on both of you and has his hands on the Desperados and Crudos. And I just know that from here on out, and in the past and the future is just going to be so amazing. And I really love you guys, and thank you for everything that you just said. I really appreciate it. Where can we get your merch?
Right now, they're actually working on merchandise. They already did a few to see how it goes, but right now they're working on that. And like I said, we're gonna. I have that planned. I've talked about it with the guys that I've worked with in the studio that we want to do the live album. So we're just actually looking for a venue. I was thinking to do it at the ranch because back then these guys used to throw a Christmas party, but it's been a while ever since, in Paz Descanse, their parents were always there at that. So they always threw a Christmas party for the fans.
It was a
And it was way out, you know what I said? And that was something that I pitched to Mike, like, hey, what about here? Like, you know what I mean? But yes, we're all grown now. He has a family. He has his wife and his daughter. So as a shout out to them too, to all the wives. Like I said, to Mike Lee, PJ, JJ. También, we love JJ a lot. You know what I mean? And we wish him nothing but the best. Also, uh, like I said, to the wives. And we actually want to sing a song before we leave
Yes,
too,
please.
since you couldn't get that song
Go.
playing.
You know what? You keep throwing jabs. You keep throwing jabs, and
¿Qué
you
te
just wait.
pasó?
After
¿Qué
this,
te pasó? Yo quiero saber.
you're gonna get a
Ready?
phone call. But go ahead. Let me hear.
¿Qué pasó? Yo quiero saber. Estas heridas del corazón me lo contaron que tu querer te fue y te dejó por otro amor. Estás sufriendo por él como sufrió por ti. Estás llorando por él y yo riéndome de ti. ¿Qué te pasó con este amor? Que parece que te abandonó. Ya soy feliz, ya tengo un amor y es mucho mejor que tú. Thank you guys.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much. You guys are.
Now Mercedes is gonna play Carrito Tomás.
You know what?
We love you guys. Thank you
Love
so
you
much
to
for the
y'all
time.
tonight. Blessings
Thank
to y'all.
you.
Thank y'all so much for y'all's time.
Love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
too.
Oh my gosh. He's gonna get it. Like so much. So
They're so humble. I love it. Just the time, and they're fixing to go have a show here in about 45 minutes and still
I know.
give us their time.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
awesome.
Yes, I know. I love it. They're so humble, so amazing.
Yes.
It's such a blessing, and it shows a testament of who they are because they've been with the Desperados, like, or I should say, the Desperados are still the original Desperados,
Yes.
like way back when, and even Jesse's been with the Desperados for like 40 years, and I just love that, and it's just again just shows a testament of who they are, and I just adore that. They are amazing. And the story of Mike putting the music in the barrels of the gun, that is amazing. I love that story
Oh,
so much.
he's
So
all Shakespeare. Go, Mike. Oh,
I know that is so amazing. I love that so
sweet.
much.
Yes.
But thank you everybody for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend and join us Monday. We have Dottie Rodriguez on with us on Monday Enjoy your weekend. Please be safe. We are sending many, many blessings. Please go to my GoFundMe. It's on my page and it's also on Almisa's page. We
Mhm.
want to thank Alcantar Music for being our sponsor. Um, and if you would like to sponsor us as well, contact me or contact Miss Almisa and we'll get you the information. Again, we love you guys so, so much. And thank you for joining our podcast. We will see you guys on Monday.
Blessings. Have a good weekend.
Bye.